Hi, I'm Blake. I'm the rider coach for Breaking AIDS Ride. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about hydration and nutrition. Both of those things can be super complicated, but I am going to keep it as simple as I possibly can. Okay, hydration. Yes, we need water. We seriously need water. So when you're riding, you should be thinking about drinking a bottle of water, a sports bottle, like this one, the ones that fit on your bike. You should try to drink one of these an hour when you're on the bike. That's just a basic guideline. If you're a bigger person, maybe you need a little more. If it's a super hot day, you might need a little more. If it's a super cold day and you're wearing a lot of clothes, so you're sweating a lot, you may need a little more. But a bottle an hour is a really good guideline, okay? Drink before you go out on your ride too. We wake up dehydrated, we sweat a lot during the night. And we also lose a lot of hydration just by breathing during the night. So drink a bottle of water before you go on your ride too. Okay. You also need to replace those electrolytes. If you've ever gone out for a ride or a run, or it's just a hot day and sweaty and you come home and like you've literally crystallized, like you have salt on your skin, yeah, you've sweat out those electrolytes. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, other stuff too, but those are the major ones. So you need to replace that. For that, Gatorade. Okay, I say Gatorade for a few reasons. Main reason being it's what we're going to have for you on the ride. The other reason being it's a perfectly good product. And the other reason being it is readily available, which is why it's what we use on the ride. Because pretty much wherever you are, you can find Gatorade to train with. And you do want to train with the same things that you're going to use on Breaking AIDS Ride, so you don't have any gastrointestinal surprises. Okay, so Gatorade, again, general rule of thumb, a quarter to a third of a bottle of Gatorade will keep you totally happy on the electrolyte replacement. If you cannot stand Gatorade, try blue. The blue Gatorade just tastes better because there's no taste expectations when something is blue. If you still cannot stand Gatorade, there are a lot of electrolyte replacement products out there. There are capsules and tablets and other tablets that you can put in your water, and it like makes it fizzy and carbonated and delicious. Great. But two things on that. First, compare it side by side to a bottle of Gatorade to make sure you're getting everything you need from it. And then also keep in mind that if you are not drinking Gatorade, you are not getting those calories. So you're going to want to keep that in mind when we talk about food and how many calories to take in while you're riding. A couple more quick things though on hydration before we move to nutrition. It's really easy to put 2 full bottles of water on your bike and go out on a ride and come home and have 2 full bottles of water on your bike. The water doesn't count if you don't drink it. So you need to make sure that you actually drink it. What I do is I drink every time I stop or turn. Another really easy thing to do is just set a timer on your phone to go off every hour to remind you. It's like, oh, oof, I did not drink, so that you drink that water. It is super important, okay? Really easy to stay hydrated, really ugly to have to get rehydrated. So just drink that water. The other thing is when you get home or when you get done with your ride, wherever that may be, fill up your water bottle again and drink another bottle of water. So even though you're off your bike and you're done riding, your core temperature is going to stay up for a little while. So you're going to continue to burn fluids faster than you do if you're just hanging out on the couch. Okay, so drink another bottle of water when you get done. If you've gone out for more than like an hour or so, it is completely possible that you can hydrate perfectly during a ride and get home and dehydrate after you're done riding. So get used to drinking after you ride too. Okay. Oh, if you want, this is extra credit. A good way to find out if you are drinking enough on the ride is weigh yourself before you go riding. Empty your bladder, weigh yourself, go for your ride, come home, empty your bladder, weigh yourself. And you'll see exactly how many ounces of fluids you've left that you need to replace, okay? It can be a very surprising exercise, but it's an interesting one to do if you think about it. Okay, nutrition, food. Yes, food, let's talk about food. Okay, I am not going to tell you what to eat. That is super personal, and I would not do that to you because I would not want anyone telling me what to eat or specifically what not to eat. So What I am going to tell you is some guidelines on when to eat and like basic, like what you should be looking for and what you're eating. Okay, so when to eat. Early and often, as a rule, you need to eat before you ride, and that includes the night before you ride or the day before you ride. If you know you're going to go on a training ride on a Saturday, Friday night, Friday lunch, make sure you eat some good food, okay? Something with carbs, something with protein, like all the things you need. We all have those nights where it's like, I'm just going to have chips and salsa for dinner. That's lovely. We all do that. Sometimes it's exactly what we need, but not the night before a ride. So make sure you eat well that day, that night before you go out on a ride. The morning of a ride. This is where it can get a little complicated because some people just can't ride if they have anything too crazy in their stomach. But get in some simple carbs in the morning. Some protein's great if you can handle it, but find out what works for you. You always, bagels, they're super simple. They're easy to digest. They fill you up. So bagels, maybe some cream cheese, maybe some peanut butter. Some people can do anything like eggs and cheese on a bagel. Yeah, anytime, I'm good to go. You'll see people with like stacks of bacon. If you can do that, okay. Great, but make sure you get in some carbs. That is when you're going to want to look for your simple carbs and not your complex carbs because they just work faster, they burn faster, they give you energy faster. So complex carbs before and after rides, well, the day before and after rides. Morning of a ride, during a ride, simple carbs turn into energy more quickly, a little easier on your stomach and your guts. Okay, while you're riding, the average person, whoever that is, the average person can take in 350 calories an hour and utilize them while they're working aerobically. It's a lot of words. So like if you're sprinting, now you probably can't take in those calories and use them. Your stomach would just probably abandon your body if you tried to do that. But while you're riding aerobically, which is what you'll do on Breaking Aids, right? Because it's a ride, it's an endurance event, not a race. 350 calories an hour your body can take in and utilize without giving you GI issues. Some people it's less, some people it's more. Again, that's a guideline. So what should that be? Again, carbs, which can come from fruit, which can come from pretzels, which can come from bread, which can come from all different places. Carbs are in almost everything. So find out what works for you. At our event on Breaking Aids Ride, we're going to have salty snacks for you. We're going to have sweet snacks for you. We're going to have fruit for you, all the things. So try different things, see what works for you, see what makes you happy, but think ballpark 350 calories an hour. If you're drinking Gatorade, those calories count. Awesome. Okay. We do have lunch for you at a midway point. So yay, big, delicious, locally made lunches. So perfect. And then the pit stops, the oases, which are about every 12 to 15 miles. So when you're training, though, you need to treat yourself as best you can the way we're going to treat you. So plan your rides that every hour or so you're stopping and eating something, right? That's why you have pockets on a jersey, because they hold cookies. So yes, so take your snacks with you or plan your ride in a way that you're going to end up at a convenience store, at a deli, at a bakery, at a bike shop, somewhere you can grab something quick. Doesn't have to be huge. Put it in your body. Try different stuff, see what works for you. Okay, after you ride. After you ride, you want to get in carbs and protein. It'll help you with recovery. Okay. In about a window, 15 minutes to 45 minutes after you got off the bike. It does not have to be a steak and potatoes unless you want it to be. It can be something much smaller than that, but getting in some carbs and some protein will help you recover. It can be peanut butter on pretzels. It can be hummus and crackers. It can be beef jerky and whatever. It can be whatever you want, but some carbs, some protein. It does not have to be a full meal. You can save that for later because sometimes particularly long ride, hot day, you get done and like eating a big meal is something a couple hours later you're going to be thinking about. So obviously, you are burning more than 350 calories an hour while you're riding. So you are going to have a deficit. So you get to refill that deficit. Yay. You don't have to refill the whole thing. If you're like, I went out for a 7-hour ride and I'm 4,000 calories down. And so I need to eat an entire pizza and a pint of ice cream. No, you don't have to. If you want to, okay. but you don't have to. But do plan on eating substantial meals after you ride, the day before you ride, the night before you ride. You got to fuel your body. So take advantage of this beautiful, wonderful time when you're training for Breaking AIDS ride and you get to just, okay. So again, I tried to keep it simple. It is complex. I'm here to help you. So if you have any questions, come to me. I'm happy to help you work through all this stuff. If you are not registered yet, that QR code will take you to the registration page for Breaking AIDS Ride. I really hope you decide to join us and that we have you out on the road with us in September. Thank you so much.